first time she actually sees the truck that I'm actually in, huh? No. Nobody ever sees my truck. What's up, everybody? Back. We did pick up that load. Total sit time over there was about 4 hours. Granted, I got there about an hour and a half early. about 4 hours or something. Got to log on. 4 hours and some change on my clock. And it's literally like 7 hours and 55 minutes since like part 2. I was like, alright, bet. I'll go ahead and do it. The load delivers at 2:15 instead of me sitting in this load that delivers at 8 o'clock. 10 o'clock. 3.5 hours now, and luckily, how I ran my clock yesterday till the time I shut down, I did a 2-8 split or 3-7 split, however you want to look at it. I think it's considered more of a 2-8 split. So when I picked up my load, when I picked up that local pickup in Vernon, I was there for about 4 hours. Then I left there and did whatever, and I shut down this morning. And about 7.5 hours later, because it was about 1 going on 2 o'clock, I think he's like called the team leader or whatever, called me and was like, hey, I know you're trying to get home sooner than later, because I texted him before I even accepted the load. Text everybody, let them know before I even accepted the load, or around the time I accepted it, saying I don't have a problem with the load, but I do have a problem with the delivery time. So this morning he hit me up and he was like, I got another load going to the same location, but delivers at 2:15. That way you're not sitting until 10 o'clock to deliver, 10 o'clock tonight. So I was like, bet I could do that. I looked at my clock. I had about 4.5 hours on my drive and whatever on my 14. So I was like, all right, well, in the next 30 minutes, I'll take off. So I did that. Once it hit 8 hours on Seabird, I took off, as you've seen. So got hit, dropped the load, did whatever, got here, sat for another, so far past 2 hours, but after the 2 hour mark, I got 8 hours on my drive back and 10 hours on my 11 back. So it's a little bit confusing. You just have to actually start doing it to understand it. But yeah, that's one thing about driving trucks. You gotta learn how to work your clock. So when I get unloaded, I'm headed straight to the house, which is another good 4 to 5 hour drive just to get to the house. So yeah, we're gonna see how long it's gonna take until they call us and let us know that the paperwork's ready. And I just got done editing the video, so yeah, I've been slacking. It's just, yeah. So yeah, talk to you guys shortly. Alright everybody, so we finally got the bills. Now I ended up going in there. Like everybody went in, like I seen like 2 people go in there, trying to figure out why it's taking them so long. So I'm waiting. I'm like, you know what, screw it, I'm done. I should have been gone at least 2 to 3 hours ago. But anyways, I went in there and I was like, look, I'm trying to see if you guys are like, is there a shortage of employees? Is there something wrong? What's going on? Why I need to go? And the lady cut me off. Next thing you know, she has paperwork, my bills, and then she's like, I'm sending you an email to the lumber and blah blah blah. I'm like, all right, bet. So all I did was go in there and ask them, and they have my bills, but she didn't send me any lumber fees or anything. So that's why I went in there and I was like, look, what's going on? So now it is 7. I got my bills at 7:43. It's 7:51 right now, and I had to pull out the door because they gave another driver my door. So now this goes to show you, this is how empty their lot is. This is where you park and wait for a door. There's not that many people here. There's really not that many. There's like a handful, basically a handful of drivers here. Now the last time I was here, it took 4 hours. Out of that 4 hours, there was at least 20 people in the door and 20 people sitting out here waiting. Something like that. To where now, there's not that many people here, and we waited way much longer than what we should have. Way much longer. But I'm just gonna leave it alone and leave it as that. So $230.50 for lumber. Just scanned in my bill, scanned in the receipt. Put that away. Hopefully they don't ask for the bills and they got this. I give them this. You need the bills? Fuck it, I give it to them. Doors are open. All we gotta do is get the hell out of here. So with that being said, let me get these messages off of here. Fucking Swift drivers.
Save command.
Save places.
Speak the name of a saved place.
View list.
Select the line number.
Oh, I don't even have
Speak
it.
the name of a
7, 8. So I won't get to the house until 1:30. If you look at it, it could be a lot later. Because the load that I T-called delivers in the next 2 hours. So, trying to stay positive, people.